Hey guys, this is EdwardzzXD, and today we're going to be talking about some strategies when it comes to fighting the major strength shrines. Hey guys, today I want to be talking about one of the most important aspects when it comes to this game. So shrines are going to be a major part of this game, and I know some of these shrines can be slightly bit annoying, and I know for a fact this shrine is annoying. I don't exactly remember the name of the shrine that I was recording from, but it is one of the major strength shrines. They're pretty much all the same. I mean, it doesn't make any of them really different. Some of them have different layouts of the settings, but otherwise you're still having to fight a mini guardian. But and it took me forever to do this. My very first time to actually play this shrine, I couldn't beat the boss. I spent an hour trying and I just couldn't, and I tried going on YouTube, I tried going on Google, and nothing was really helping me out. The only thing that I really had to do was leave, which I really hated because I'm kind of OCD, so I can't leave any shrine uncompleted. So that kind of ticked me off a little. But so I finally came back later during the game, and I was able to get better equipment and more equipment, because when you do these shrines, you are burning through your weapons and stuff. So I do want you guys to understand that you guys need to prep. So when you guys do this stuff, you need to make sure you have the proper equipment. You need to make sure you have good swords. You want to make sure you have numerous swords. You got to make sure you have. You don't want to be going in there with tree branches. Is basically what I'm trying to say. So you want to make sure you have the proper equipment. I'm going to be using the Master Sword and a couple of the Royal Swords. Also, you want to make sure you have a good bow. You want to make sure you're going to be using a any elemental stuff is good when it comes to this fight. You want to make sure you have a good bow. You want to make sure you're using arrows. Shock arrows have been proven to work really good with this fight, as well as some freeze arrows. You want to make sure you have a good shield. I'm going to be using the Hylian shield for this one. You want to make sure you get some good armor. You know, have that boss set or whatever. I'm going to be using just regular stuff. You also want to make sure you have food for this fight, because it will be a hefty fight. You want to make sure you have the good equipment. Easy one is a hardy mushroom skewer. You just use the hardy truffle and you'll be set. So now we are ready to start the fight. I'm going to go ahead and put on my royal broadsword. Or, well, I think I'm going to be using the massive sword to start off, you know, because there's no dirt. You can't lose it. So, you know, I'll just go ahead and use it. So that's a good sword to start off with. So like I said, this is a very hard fight, and that's why I'm going to be walking you through this, as I personally fight this boss. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little voiceover while I do this and explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So the first thing I'm going to do, as you can see, I'm kind of stumbling around right here. You want to make sure you get that perfect dodge on point, because that's basically going to be helping you through your fight. Because as you can see, he has 3,000 health. You can see I kind of stumbled around with the buttons. I haven't played the Switch in a few days. You want to make sure you have Stasis 2 on, and when I say Stasis 2, I mean Stasis Plus. This is basically the upgraded form of Stasis. That way you can freeze the enemy. You can see I did it right here to test it out, make sure it still worked. I don't know. You know, you can never be too careful. But as you can see, I'm attacking. You want to make sure you get that perfect dodge in. That perfect dodge is going to be saving your life all the way. You can go ahead and see my Master Sword is running low on energy. And this is usually the time that you would like throw your sword. But you know, it's a Master Sword, so I'm not worrying about it. There's also going to be perfect blocks. Perfect blocks are also going to help you a lot. I believe I'm going to be performing a perfect block soon. You also want to make sure to do stasis anytime he backs up. No matter what type of thing he's doing, make sure to use stasis. Stasis isn't ultimately required, because I know if you're low level, you don't necessarily have it. What you'll do is you'll hop behind one of those pillars, he'll run into it, and he'll stagger. Otherwise, you want to make sure that you're doing whatever you can to survive, but you want to make sure you keep using that stasis. That stasis is what it's going to reboot him from doing that attack. So when it comes to the regular attacks, like I said, you want to mainly rely on the perfect dodges, because that's going to allow you to get that flurry rush in and attack multiple times over. As you can see, I pull out the elemental, and you can see how much like you can see how much of an advantage I get by using it, because it staggers him and it lets me get those free hits. Which every hit counts. I switched to the staff. You can see that's not a good idea either. You want to use a one-handed weapon, that way you're able to pull up your shield, because by any chance you mess up, you see I just got hit in the shield. You want to make sure that you're able to be able to get hit in the shield and not in your chest, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, so like I said, get those perfect dodges in, get that flurry rush, and you can see right now he backs up, and he's going to do that thing where he spins around and he's going to throw you up in the air. If you don't have stasis, what you do is you fly up in the air, you go in slow motion, and you just keep pelting with arrows. And once you feel like you've pelted him with enough arrows to do some decent damage, you go and what I personally do is I'll jump up, you know, get that air, and then hit him from the sky. So what you guys are about to watch is very important. As you can see, you can stasis him, or I'm gonna go and show you a really good tactic to learn. What you want to learn is the perfect block. The perfect block, it's gonna allow you to reflect his bullet, and it's gonna basically one hit him. You can see too, here we go, perfect block, and it blows him up, one hit. That's, you guys wanna, this is useful for any guardian out there in Hyrule. You can do this to the large guardians, you can do this to the guardians that are stuck in the ground, the flying guardians, any guardian that shoots a laser. This is very beneficial. I suggest learning it, but I also don't suggest getting blown up, so make sure you guys learn that. And so that's all I have for you guys today. I mean, so just kind of follow my rules and you can pretty much get through it. Also, you want to make sure you, like I said, keep that food on you. You want to make sure you have that multiple weapons. Go ahead and get that stasis upgraded, because that's going to be a big help to the fight. And so, I mean, that's all I have for you guys today. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to go in the comments, let me know how I did. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a nice day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. It's going to have a base defense of 90. I think that's what 90 stands for, is the defense. I mean, other than that, it is the strongest shield in the game. I've been using this